Hey, it's Doug with Offroad Veterans. I'm doing a quick walkthrough of my vehicle and how I built it. I'm going to go over a few things with it. I have a 2012 RZR 800. Has a whole lot of miles on it. When I bought it, I was wanting to buy things on the cheap and didn't want to have 5 digits invested in it. So I wanted something that had things already on it that I would want. So this one came with Pro Armor front and rear bumpers, Pro Armor doors. It had a glass windshield, but on the trail that proved problematic, especially in cooler weather. It had a lot of things on it that I did not care for, so we'll move inside so I don't forget anything. I forgot a lot of things on the previous walkthrough. I added fans. Great cabin comfort. These didn't cost very much. They were off Amazon. Just a standard Bluetooth speaker. Sounds pretty good with what I got going on. I got a rear view mirror that I bought from eBay. It's probably made of the finest Chinessium, and the same with the folding front windshield. Said 7 blacksmiths on the box, so like I said, the finest Chinessium probably, but it's cheap and it worked. A rear plexiglass windshield from direction2.com. They were out of Ohio, I believe. I took a stock OEM bar off another RZR, and I didn't want to do away with that Pro Armor rear bumper, so I cut the cross member out at this point here and had to cut a couple of reliefs up high here, and then fish mouth cut the bottoms, or relief cut, however you want to call it, and welded everything in to tie into that bumper. It also came with the Pro Armor fender flares, and I also have added full SuperATV suspension, the high clearance extended A-arm, so I have the same wheelbase of about a 900. SuperATV Phantom shocks, they have proved to be pretty good. I think the spring rates are a bit soft, and they're set really soft from the factory. It says on the box, set from the factory. It's set squishy soft. I put rock sliders on it. I'm not sure the brand. There's a local guy that has used parts, so I got them from him. Like I said, I try to keep things cheaper. I did add a power steering unit from Rocky Mountain ATV, and I put a secondary battery with a battery cutoff for that battery. I don't know if you can see them down there. I put bus bars in also. Run all my accessories, and they all run off the secondary battery. And Megabyte tires from Rocky Mountain ATV, and their Uintas, however you pronounce that, beadlock wheels. Mother Clutcher clutch. They have mixed reviews on there. I think they'll do all right as long as you're not, cranking a bunch of power through it. I think they're probably brittle. People say the sheaves break. I don't think I'll make enough power if that's going to ever be an issue with me. The light bar, unsure. Like I said, I got it from my parts guy, but it's bright and it works. It's 25-inch. And a RAM mount for my tablet. I like the RAM, so it's pretty easy. You can just pop it in, pop it out. It's quick. No, never mind. And Aces Racing 4-point harnesses. I shaved the stock seatbelt mounts because they were head knockers. I didn't like that. And a gear bag with soft coolers from Rocky Mountain ATV. That should about cover everything. Oh, and the SuperATV belt too. That Kevlar belt, or the aramid fibered belt. It was the badass one, I think they call it. It's pretty good belt. I've had a couple good rides on it, good long rides, good hard climbs, some pretty decent pulls. And once I serviced my clutch, it still was tight, so tight you can't put it on by hand. I had to take the clutch loose to get it back on. It's pretty tight. Got less than 10 grand in it. Pretty decent old vehicle. It goes where I want it to go. We rode it for about a year and kind of figured out what it needed over the year. RZR 800s are a great buy. You can't really hurt one as long as you're not doing too much with, I mean, as long as you're not trying to climb Mount Everest with it. Goes along quite well. Their biggest downfall to me is ground clearance. As long as you can keep the belly off the ground, they'll go. Oh, another thing I added and forgot again, I added a 3-inch lift. So that about wraps it up. If you like what we're doing, like I said, we're just now starting our page, trying to build it up a little bit. Like and subscribe. Our whole thing with Off-Road Veterans is, 22 veterans a day claim their own lives. Ended up, with the war getting them and whatever deployment they've been on, they choose a permanent solution to a temporary problem. Trying to bring a little awareness to that. That's all I got to say. We're out here.